Please welcome from way down under, YouTube's hottest late night host, Lou! Late night with Lou!
Hello and welcome back. Great to have you with us out of this world. In fact, to have you with us. We were talking about the woman, as you may recall. The woman of Genesis 3:15, the woman of Revelation 12. The woman who either she or her offspring attempt to crush my head with her heel, and who appears at the end of time, clothed with the sun, wailing to give birth to a male child. Oh, the woman of the promise, made at the dawn of human history. The woman who appears at the end of the world with the savior of human history. Clothed with the sun. As I say, a real scene stealer. I won't pretend that I don't object to that. Well, this is what you need to understand. After we'd been shown the God-man and invited to worship him and serve him, we were shown the woman who is simply a human creature. And we were invited to not worship her, but revere her, call her our queen, and serve her. You know what was most galling about it? Is that all of us saw this in her. And this, of course, is the reason we were invited to serve her. We were shown not just her exalted status as the mother of the Redeemer. We were shown not just her exalted status as the queen of creation. We were shown her exalted status as the most humble of creatures. In her, the virtue of humility was perfected to an extent. Well, I've never laid claim to that virtue myself, so who shall I mention from the angelic realm? Perhaps one of those sissy Mary archangels, Michael or Gabriel or Raphael, or any of the lowest rank of angels, the guardian angels. For instance, humble creatures that they are, the Blessed Virgin Mother excelled even them in humility. She excelled the humility even of that corporal in God's army, the Archangel Michael. And it's precisely because of her humility, of course, and the perfection of her humility, the perfection of her purity. For she outscored all of us on that one too. Purity, the highest virtue. We think of humility as the lowest. In fact, it's not. It's the ground from which all the virtues spring. But purity is the highest virtue. It's the one that is simply pure longing for God, which I had, as the brightest, as the surest, as the most magnificent, the most beautiful, and the most powerful of the angels. I had a pure longing for God, and I reflected God in that longing like no one and nothing else. Then we were shown her and given to understand that she would outscore all of us on the virtues of humility and purity. A human being. Nothing more than that. A human being. Call her our queen. Calling a human being my queen. Serving a human being. I am the greatest of the creatures. I was the greatest of the creatures. I served no one but God. Suddenly I'm being asked to serve another creature. And an inferior creature. Not a hybrid that's part God and part man, but one that is altogether inferior. Do you understand what I'm saying? I get back to the insect analogy, unfair though it may have been. That's the way I felt about it. It would have been like bowing before an insect. Calling a creature that low, that humble, that pure, my queen. And saving her? No. Even in fact, hell no. So I rebelled. I revolted, along with millions of my angelic... Speaking of my angelic colleagues, this is Demonia at the party. Demonia, darling, how's it going? It's been almost 2 hours. Dinner's over. 100 minutes start to finish. Oh, that's about right for dinner at the Lowe's. Yeah, several courses, no doubt. Mint squab, aha. Oh, indeed. Oh, well, of course. Of course. Chateaubriand, how very British of them. Really? Really? You know what? I all I can say is Mrs. Lowe has exquisite taste, and she knows how. She knows how to please everybody. To please everybody. Yeah. A full Japanese and a full Mexican dinner as well as all the French and all the continental cuisine. Well, no wonder it took 100 minutes. All right. Okay, and yes, I can hear the music. It's the hip-hop band again. Yep. And they are going to start dancing. Some of them already are dancing. Yeah, the yacht's got, well, they don't call it the ballroom, but they've got a room that is easy to convert into a ballroom, right? And Trixie is basking in the attention. No. She's basking in the attention of the Lowe's older son. Oh my goodness. Deja vu with poor Christopher. The Lowe's older boy is attracted to Trixie as well. This is the first time they've met. Yeah. He's about Christopher's age, right? He's in his late 20s. Yeah. Yeah, well, where's Christopher while all this is going on? He's okay. Poor Christopher. Still stuck with the men talking business. Got it. But Trixie's not there anymore. Trixie's with the Lowe's older son. And their guardian demons are hoping to get them in bed together. Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so, Demonia. No, not Trixie. She's, she enjoys the attention of love-struck younger men, and that's as far as it goes. She's not about to trade in her cash cow for any good-looking youth. Well, okay. What about the other children? Where's Faith? Making out with one of the waiters in the pantry. Well, that's our Faith, a waiter in the pantry, okay? And Gabriel, still getting high with the musicians. Right, okay. And with the younger son of the Lowe's. He's about Gabriel's age. Okay, a couple years older. Right, and they've quite hit it off. Oh, no, I didn't know that. Gabriel's been studying Mandarin at Princeton. Does he speak it well? In their condition, he speaks it fluently. Okay. And Luz and Mrs. Lowe in the master bedroom, the master stateroom. What? Talking furs? Furs? Yes, I know. Mrs. Lowe has several $100,000 in furs. Most of them, of course, are kept in refrigeration units at, a couple $1,000s a month. But she does keep a couple on the yacht as well. And she and Liz are talking. Well, is Liz lecturing her for wearing fur? You're kidding. You're kidding. Liz has tried on the sable and loved it, and is now in the chinchilla and is luxuriating in the... Really? And she never knew fur could be so luxurious. Never knew fur could be so comfortable. Never knew fur could make her feel so secure. So glamorous. Oh my goodness. How much has Liz had to drink tonight? Not that much. Well, I know Mrs. Lowe. She never gets drunk. She enjoys a drink, but she never gets drunk. Interesting. Whose idea was it to go down and look at the... They just got talking. And, well, aha, it was, okay, the jewels, of course. They went down to look at jewels, but then they started talking fur. And for crying out loud, Luz luxuriating in the chinchilla. Oh, and here comes a mink stole. And she's not, Liz is not retching. She's not throwing up. She's not lecturing Mrs. Lowe. She's loving the furs. I don't get it. She's from the Bay Area. You can't be from the Bay Area and like fur. And now Mrs. Lowe has got the sable on, and yes, of course, it matches her hair beautifully. A jet black hair. Yes, and Liz is complimenting her on how beautiful she looks. Well, she is a beautiful woman. As I've said, she could be the emperor's daughter. Right. Or the latest, a film star out of Hong Kong or Shanghai. She's just, she's drop dead gorgeous. I don't care if she's 50. She's a beautiful woman. I'm really starting to like this friendship between the Lowes and Rupert and Luz, and especially between the two wives. Luz, planning to hire a large staff for the yacht that she's suddenly glad to have, and luxuriating in Mrs. Lowe's furs. This is good work, Demonia. Keep it up. What's that? They both rushed over to the French doors on the private deck. They've opened them, gone out. They're on the private deck, and what's hand to their mouth, each of them, and what? A flash from the deck above. Okay, okay, and a splash into the water below. Well, okay, and they're going to turn on the floodlights to see what's happened. Somebody's gone overboard from the Lowe yacht. Okay, I agree, my dear. You better investigate. I agree. You investigate, and we'll be in touch. All right, dear. All right. Good work, Demonia, and be in touch. Okay, all right. Yes, of course, darling. Things have gotten a little wild. Someone overboard. Nothing too damaging, I hope. Unless, of course, the person was in a state of mortal sin at the moment they went over and drown under the water. In that case, we no doubt got a cell waiting for whoever it is. But, we have plans for these people. We're not planning for them to check out, any of them, right now. None of them are old enough. Not even Victor. Fat, bald, party boy Victor. Oh well. Demonia will be in touch. Hang on.